You are now at the brew spot with the Brewfessionals. It's the Brewfessionals. Get out the book sack, buddy. Hey, back up in here, man. Hey, back at the brew spot, man. Back at the brew spot. You know we always brew, but this is one of them days that we always invite the people.
Come on.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Come on in, man. You know, the scripts always tell us, though, you know what I'm saying? Watch who you open your house to. Ooh. You definitely got to watch who you open your house to. Okay. But see, at the brew spot, right? At the brew spot, definitely when we come kick it with you, it's like open house. Right. Well, you can definitely come see what we doing around here, what we talking about around here, know that we living openly and it ain't no holding back. It's all righteousness, right? All right. And y'all already know who powers this. All esteem to Yahuwah. Bullet. Man, all esteem to Yahuwah. Y'all already know that, man. How many other times you gotta say around here? Yahuwah. Y'all already know how we do it, man. Welcome to the brew spot. I'm your host, your favorite, beloved Daoud.
It's your favorite.
And it's your co-host, Burn 'em Up, Mish.
Burn 'em up, Mish.
And it's your co-host, Script Fluff.
Woo!
AKA Drip From Above. All esteem to Yahuwah.
All esteem to Yahuwah. We appreciate all of the family for that ongoing support.
Appreciate it.
Man, hashtag Big Brew support. That's why we always send the two muscles up. If you would support your brother and your sister out there, man, put them two muscles up.
Facts.
I know you out there on the low. You don't want to show us that you're putting your muscles up, but I know you put them muscles up. I know you put the muscles up on the low though, man. I see you. Yeah, I see you still. Big Brew support.
Big Brew.
All caps, no cap. If you faking it.
No caps.
And send out a special thanks to Big Bro Luz.
Luzski.
Shout out Luz.
And Big Bro Ear Doctor. Here at Playback Sounds. If you're looking for a quality sound, be sure to visit playbacksounds.com. Ooh. Not only is the quality excellent, it's also with your budget. Bullet. Hey, another Big Brew shout out goes to Ear Doctor and /this/that.
Digi.
Looking for some good music, man, go to www.mindcultureforever.com. Man, y'all already know who on the ones and twos already gave y'all that.
Yeah.
And to all that came to brew with us this evening, we give you a special shout out.
Special shout out.
Everybody that tuned in.
Welcome.
Okay.
Welcome to the brew.
The topic of this evening, pretty simple.
Okay.
Should be. The topic of today should be pretty simple.
Pretty simple.
Shouldn't be all, you know what I'm saying? You gotta go philosophical with anything or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying, all deep. You know what I'm saying? It's just a simple thing that we definitely need to discuss.
It's a simple thing.
It's supposed to be.
Right.
So, people say it don't exist because we can't do it here. Some people say it floats around. Oh. Some people say that you can't keep it in captivity. Some people say that it can't be done. Some people just don't believe it even exists at all.
Whoa.
Okay, so you see how we said it was supposed to be simple, but then we give you all these
guidelines.
Complicated.
Hey.
Facts.
You know.
But put in proper perspective.
Proper perspective.
By that very thing that manual, what we call the manual, which is
I smell it.
The Torah. That's exactly where it comes from to get that proper perspective. And that subject what we're gonna be discussing today is the Shabbat.
The Shabbat.
Shabbat. Or just the Sabbath.
The Sabbath.
The Sabbath, okay? Three important points, okay? Before we get up out of here, man. 3 important points. What is the Sabbath?
Okay.
Perspective on the Sabbath.
Okay. Facts.
Man of moment.
You all know what that is.
Okay, man.
Hey.
You are now at the brew spot with the Brewfessionals. Do this shit dirty for real. Yeah. It's your favorite eye. Forever. I love this 613 for real. Yeah, that's for real. That day for day, that's not a drill. It's not
not a drill. Living my just crack the seal. Chip on the 12. First healing touch that Dr. Phil. Ooh, I keep my root tooth on the charger. On the charger. Life for a life, yeah, who a barter. Orphan inherited a father. I never go against the father. I love this 613 for real. Yeah, still got the same face, spirit brand new. Brand new. I hear nothing else, only eating to the truth. To the truth. 50 devil come, 50 devils gon' lose. Sure lose. Only thing they know is help came out the blue. You who mad, y'all pill squeeze, scan who? For small issues, I'm bad back, never stoop. Sneak this and ain't no sign of a brew. Not a brew. Let's tell Bear in this something we shouldn't do. Spin the script like money, bout to make it rain on them. All over them garments with the stains on them. Animal to a prince, had to make a change on them. Sister all on my arm, put nothing strange on them. Nothing better me, never make no excuse. Accountability responsible for my flaws. Can't break a law, really rollin' with a Jew. I love this 613 for real. Yeah, that for real. That day for day, this not a drill. This not a drill. Living my just crack the seal. Chip on the 12. First healing touch that Dr. Phil. I keep my root tooth on the charger. On the charger. Life for a life, yeah, who a barter. Orphan inherited a father. I never go against the father. I love this 613 for real.
You are now at the brew spot with the Brewfessionals. And I'm your host, it's your favorite, beloved Dawood.
It's your favorite.
You know,
Favorite.
I know y'all know.
I'll see you.
And I'm your co-host, Burn 'em Up, Mitch.
Burn 'em up.
Burn them up, Mitch.
And I'm your co-host, Script Flair.
Woo!
AKA Drip from above, all esteem to Yahuwah.
All esteem to you.
And we back. All esteem to Yahuwah.
We back.
Man, facts.
You back.
You back.
Matter of fact,
You back.
Matter of fact,
That's what I
get back. Come back. And that last song with that straight fire from my Aki, beloved Dawood, that 613 love off that new Mighty League Wisdom. Shout out Big Lou, shout out Playback Studio, shout out Dear Doctor on the ones and twos. And today's topic is the Shabbat. And y'all know my section.
For Shabbat.
Y'all know my section.
Okay.
I'm gonna give y'all a definition of that thing, you know. Ease you on in. Just like Yahuwah does. He brings you in softly and then gives it to you. You know, I got that fire for you now. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And the Shabbat is related to the Hebrew verb cease, rest. It's the seventh day of the Hebrew week and it's the day of rest and abstain from work as commanded by Yahuwah. Facts? Okay. And the Shabbat is given in the first two chapters of the book Genesis or Bereshit. Although the name of the day does not actually appear there, Yahuwah worked 6 days at creating the world, and on the seventh day he ceased from working and named that day blessed or set apart. Okay.
That's right.
Facts. And I got a little manna chip for y'all, just a little song. You feel me?
Okay.
Is that Genesis, we're going to go to Genesis 2, verse 3, in that KJV.
Okay.
And Yahuwah blessed the seventh day and sanctified it because that in he had rest from all the work which Yahuwah created and made. Bullet. But also let me reiterate on that. You know what I'm saying? Let me give you a little something else because that's not all. But also the Shabbat was made to refrain from sin also. And refrain from all arguing, you know, disagreement, and just be cool and relax in Yahuwah's mighty hand.
Facts.
You feel me?
That's right.
Facts. So I'm going to pass that thing to Big Op and let him whip you up. I know he got a couple chips.
Okay. Now,
What you think about that, Big Op?
I do, man. See, with the Shabbat, we got to understand, see, when we talking about the Shabbat, that would mean that Yahuwah gave us the perspective on the Shabbat.
Facts.
Which means that we wouldn't have never known about no Shabbat if he would have never mentioned the Shabbat.
Ooh.
So therefore, he's saying this is how you should perceive the Shabbat. When you look at the Shabbat. So it says that he did his work. We wasn't there during creation, right?
No, we wasn't.
Okay, let me get my stuff together. Yeah, let me get my stuff together.
MyHostForever.com.
Yeah.
When he got his, now when he was there, you wasn't there. So when he
Facts.
did the foundations, right? He said, now I rested from my work.
Oh.
Which means some things that he built for himself was gonna work for him.
Ooh.
Okay? Was gonna work for him. Now you not there yet.
We ain't there yet.
Yeah, nah, you in his image. You not him.
Okay.
All right. So what he said was he rested. That doesn't mean that he went to sleep.
Ooh. Bullet.
That mean he just kicked back and let it work for him now. Okay. Now check this out. We're gonna go to Isaiah.
Okay.
Chapter. We always read this. We always read this amongst each other. 58, verse 13. Y'all know this chip right here, man.
Chip.
Okay. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure, on my set apart day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the set apart of Yahuwah honorable, and shall honor him, not doing thine own ways, nor finding thine own pleasure, speaking thine own words. So what the Shabbat is based on is us not going to outside of what he's saying to do and go kindle some other fire somewhere else.
Facts.
Okay? The fire was meant to be burnt continuously already this way. You feel what I'm saying?
Inside the man.
Inside the man, but right there at the altar where he gave the priest.
That's facts.
So he already gave him commanded the man, he gave him a physical sight to see. If the priest would have let that fire went out, that boy would have lost his life.
Facts.
Okay? So right now, this is the same thing. When we embrace and the highest anoints you to do something and you run out of that oil, you burn out.
Ooh.
If you burn out, you die. See, that don't literally mean that you have to die, like physically. When you fall away from the Father, it's just like if you was on a tree and somebody chopped you off, and the limb fell on the ground, it would take a minute.
Right.
Before you start to see
first the leaves will die.
Before you start to see the process. So it's just like us. See, that's why we wrinkle up and die.
Ooh.
That was never the plan. He said, turn away your foot
Facts.
from doing what you want to do.
Facts.
Do what I need you to do.
Facts.
Now see, when we go to that millennial period, where we shall be there that 1,000 years, as he say, always remember, a day is as 1,000 years.
1,000 years?
1,000 years.
Oh,
So as 1,000 years, therefore, you feel what I'm saying? So everything that the Most High created that was good, notice, Mashiach only used what Yahuwah called good
Facts.
to actually talk about the people.
Bullet.
Facts.
Question from the live stream.
Okay.
Is the Sabbath on the Friday, Saturday, or is it on the Sunday?
Oh, the Friday evening, Saturday evening. Most definitely.
Friday evening,
Saturday evening.
That's right. And a lot of people get that concept because get it wrong because you definitely know that if you see the sun, that when you're dealing with the law, you know that other times or with the prophecies, you know, you're dealing with a prophetic and you're dealing with a definite literal. You know what I'm saying? So definitely when you see the sun and moon being mentioned to man, that was to give him finally a understanding of what these things were used for from Yahuwah's perspective. So if this from my perspective, I made these for this reason. Now whatever you make it up to be, that ain't what I said it was.
Oh.
You feel what I'm saying?
So the sun and the moon was for the set apart times.
Right, for the set apart times.
Okay,
things that's supposed to bring things to our remembrance.
He gave us a schedule.
That's right.
Question from the live stream.
Okay.
Is the Sabbath a day of worshiping, or what is the Sabbath all about?
Oh, it's a day from ceasing from your toil, your work. See, when right now is works that will get us into our designated place. But once you have worked and earned your reward, the reward is for you to kick back and relax. See, that's the Shabbat is giving us a picture of how we're going to live in a latter time. You're going to kick back that long. If a day is as 1,000 years to the Most High, if you are joined with him and in his presence, that means that day that he gave us, we shall live, we shall dwell 1,000 years. See, that's what the scriptures is saying. See,
Okay.
a lot of people don't get that, so they're not looking forward. So if I can live 1,000 years, I can do this little bitty
Skin hot.
this little bitty thing that we got going on now.
Question from my live stream, another question.
Question?
What if you have a show to perform on the Sabbath?
Depending on what you do.
Who you showing
See,
for?
it said turn away my foot from doing my delight.
Okay.
Okay. See, if on my delight, I would rather be at the house kicking back, doing something, eating some dinner, doing what I'm doing. That would be my delight. But see, to go out and do positive, music that exalt the Most High.
Ooh.
That's exactly what he need to put his name in within the land. So that is a good work. Just as our big brother Mashiach or our chief, the chief priest, head of all 12.
Facts.
The chief.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
right.
That's a fact. The
That's
chief
right.
priest.
That's definitely what we on with the Shabbat. We definitely have to rest assured that he definitely has it.
Facts. 'Cause
Is it not right for a man to do right on the
I
Shabbat?
was
Yeah,
just
facts.
about to say, don't
That's
the
right.
scripture say never cease from doing good?
That's right. Never cease from
Never
doing
cease
good.
from doing good.
Any day, every day, your fire has to be burning for good. See, cease from your way. It doesn't mean every day should be the Shabbat to you, because every day is about to be the Shabbat to you for 1,000 years. That's right.
Facts.
Every day gonna be a day of peace. Every day gonna be a day of exalting the Most High. Every day gonna be a positive day. It ain't gonna be no malice. It ain't gonna be no robbers. It ain't gonna be no adulterers and no adulteries. It ain't gonna be no murderers. It ain't gonna be nothing around. It ain't gonna be no swindlers. It's never gonna be that. See, the Most High wants a perfect world with none of that's going on. Cause see, that causes confusion.
Facts.
See, the Most High is not an author of confusion. If you rob your brother, it causes confusion. That means that he's gonna come back and retaliate. So
facts.
therefore, it's gonna put him in a position to do something he ain't really want to do, but you just really pushed him to the edge to do that because he may owe somebody for what you about to do. See, the whole
Facts.
thing is like that. See, we definitely don't look out for each other, so it's gonna be a time where everybody ain't gonna have to tell a man to look out for his kids, tell a man to look out for his wife, tell a
Right.
man to look out for his brother, tell a man to look out for his sister.
Facts.
Not lust after his sister, but look after his sister. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's talking about. Never ask her for a favor. Never ask her for a favor just because he did what a brother's supposed to do.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? That's what the
That's a
scripture's
fact.
talking about.
Big
A
Brewfessionals.
1,000
Not
years
gonna
of
be none
that.
A thousand years of that.
Facts.
1,000 years of
Thousand. Who don't
Sheesh.
want 1,000 years of that?
Oh, goodness.
Straight peace.
You feel what I'm talking about?
Facts, huh?
That mean we gonna have we already gonna know what to do.
Sheesh.
Ooh. Okay now.
Man.
Law-abiding citizens.
Law-abiding citizens.
You are now at the brew spot with the Brewfessionals.
It's the Brewfessionals, baby.
Hey, Babylon, what do you dirty? That thing do you dirty, that thing. No watchman blooming early. He blooming early. Distractions, they'll hurt a man, 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 it'll hurt him. Yeah, it's always brew 30. It's always brew, a housekeeper never dirty. You know a house and never dirty. Iniquity always hurt a man, 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 it'll hurt him. Ooh yeah. The young scholars by year 2, they quote milk, call it truth move. Crazy world gone cool. We eat melon, not the food. Yahuwah made, that's a brew clue. Who I served by the buku, that's a whole lot of brew schools. The cartoon brother goo troops. I ain't dissing, that's a fact. I guard the door like a padlock. Jump square, this is hot scotch. Instant fire like a matchbox. Old folks will get blotted. This soul not two-sided. One way, we one body. Yo preacher is a nobody. Fairy tales for the young lad. To a point, not a scumbag. Walk around with no faith on you. No pity for a snake tongue. Yahuwah word, this a great armor. To have a job is a great honor. Act me, never my mama. Coyotes know I'm a road runner. Stripping hard for like head summers. 140 for a great number. 613 and stay humble. Making 6 doesn't make lumber. Yahuwah turned me to a made man. changed my old lady maiden. Met my brothers in the basement. Then your hood elevated. That thing do you dirty. I watch man blooming early. He blooming early. Distractions, they'll hurt a man, hurt a man, hurt a man, hurt a man, hurt a man.
You are now at the brew spot with the Brewfessionals. It's the Brewfessionals, baby.
And I'm your host. It's your favorite beloved Daoud.
It's your favorite. And I'm your co-host, Script Up. Woo! AKA a drip from above. All the steam to your hood.
All steam to
All
your
stand
hood.
to your hood. And I'm your co-host, Mishpot, burn 'em up, Mish.
Burn 'em up, Mish.
And welcome back to the brew spot with the Brewfessionals.
Hey.
And y'all know where we brewing at. You know, we have Playback Sound. Shout out
Okay.
to Luz and Eardot.
Hey, shout out, Luke.
Shout out Eardot and DJ Slash on the ones and twos.
Shout out.
And that's
Hey.
and that song right there that just went off was that Brew 30.
Ooh.
Off that new Mighty Linguistics. You can go get that on that mindcultureforever.com
Right now.
right now.
Right now.
Go get that
Right
thing
now.
right now.
Right now.
Free download.
Right now. Right now.
That's a song,
Right
ain't it?
now.
Right now.
Facts. And in this segment right here, we're going to be talking about the proper perspective on the Shabbat.
Ooh.
Speaking on the perspective on the Shabbat.
Okay.
And like I went into in the last segment, going into the Shabbat being 1,000 years of peace,
Fact.
where there's no type of folly or wickedness being done in the.
No follies.
That's right.
It's a no folly zone, folly free zone.
Folly.
Mighty linguistics. Okay.
That was hot.
That boy is on fire.
Okay, and the perspective that I want to go into is like how's a shadow picture. Because like Paul said, he told us not to let no man judge us when it comes to keeping the Sabbath days.
That's right.
Because it's a shadow picture of something of what's to come.
That's right.
And that's the body of Mashiach.
That's right.
So with that being said, I just want to read this one script.
Go ahead, man.
Okay,
Like,
chill.
And that's
You don't ever
man
have to.
chill.
You don't ever have
Chill.
to tell me do I mind. I
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
mind. I'm talking to them, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
facts.
definitely don't mind.
Okay,
You got a
facts.
mouth chill.
Facts. And what I'm going to read from is Isaiah 14:3.
Okay.
And it says, and it reads, and it shall come to pass in the day that Yahuwah shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein you was made to serve. So why not go ahead and start resting and preparing for that right now on the Shabbat? Because that's what we're going to be doing in the kingdom.
That's
as
right.
we
Okay.
said,
That's right.
during the 1,000-year period.
That's right.
Okay, in the where?
In the 1,000-year millennial period.
In the kingdom.
Kingdom.
Ooh.
Facts.
Not in the.
In the kingdom. Facts.
So that's the shadow picture is giving us.
Facts.
How you gonna be dwelling with a kingdom,
That's right up.
and we shall be a kingdom of priests.
Facts.
Facts.
That's right. So if you're gonna be a kingdom of priests, why not just learn your job right now?
Facts.
The greatest way to do is rehearse it right now.
Facts.
Facts.
See, it's gonna be a long day. But see, the things that you go through during the week, that's why a person say, man, I just can't wait to get to the Shabbat where I can just go in the house, shut the door, and do it, and the Most High gonna count it righteous.
What?
Bro, you just gave up all, like I just said, bro, you gave up all that time to everything else. Everything else. It did gonna tell. Then when it come time to deal with the Most High, it's like, let me kick my legs up.
Yeah, kick back.
I'm gonna kick my legs up. I ain't gonna do nothing. But see, his works is not they works. It's two
Facts.
different type of works.
Facts, huh?
So when you saying, oh, I did works like this, I'm gonna rest from this works. No, it ain't time for us to rest.
Facts.
Still got some building to do.
It ain't time for us to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So we in rehearsal period. So on this day that we do get off, it's just like any other job. When you get a day off, you just like, okay, yeah. But not in that way.
Oh, so you saying it's still time to work before the Most High?
Right, but
Facts.
if you didn't do no work during the week, how did you rest from your works? What are you gonna sit back and watch?
What did you do for him?
What are you gonna sit back? Nothing.
You can't tell him you drove the forklift for him now.
So look, what the Most High did. He said he built something up, created it, gave it all the instructions, built it all the way up to where it can benefit to,
Right, okay.
and then it gave him, and then it gave him everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He sat back and rested and allowed what he had built to maintain what he built for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To do exactly what he made it to do.
Facts.
That's what he sat back to do.
Facts.
Feel what I'm saying? So it's a lot of toiling and working until you can build it up the way you see it, and then you can sit back and rest from your works. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Then you can sit back and rest from your works. But see, yours ain't building up, man.
Right. If you ain't working for the Most High, then
But these boys think it's over with when they get a little food truck.
oh man,
A little food truck.
little tire shop, little tire shop, little FedEx truck.
Well, that's not.
Blah, blah, blah.
No. See, we talking about real nation building.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Whole communities, real security, our own officers.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Not talking about where you gonna hold all the money and nobody else flourish. It's just like this. Let's say like if this was the Brewfessionals became this big entity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it got all these resources.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? See, the point of it wouldn't to be get the resources and
Just hold
on to it. That's what I'm saying. Hold on to it.
Facts.
It's to spread it out, because then you place the money into the communities, into the spots that go there.
Right.
And then it pays you back the taxes.
So we just actually feed the people.
That's right.
Provide them with a job.
But why wouldn't I want a billionaire in my community? Why wouldn't I want a millionaire in my community?
Right.
It actually puts on top on the community. You know what I'm saying? Give a level up. Pretty much. You feel what I'm saying?
That's right.
But then you got to understand that if you had a righteous one who did that type of thing, then everyone would actually be at a certain level. Because some people don't want money.
Right.
It's literally some people don't want money. They just want to be comfortable.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? They just want a nice little job to keep them busy. You know what I'm saying? They want they nice either a husband or a wife. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They want a couple kids. They just want to be comfy.
Right.
A little peace.
Some nice lawful meals.
That's right. They just want to be all right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody
Nice,
want to be all right.
comfortable
See, everybody just don't want to be just slap rich. I'm one man living in a 20-bedroom house.
Right. Lambo truck for myself.
Send your drone camera for me.
Question from our live stream.
Okay, question.
Is the Sabbath to be held by yourself or with a congregation?
Oh man, with the congregation, of course. The reason why that's being is because when you do gather, it seems to attract more.
Right.
All right. And then actually it shows people the way that it's actually gonna be and how we're gonna be when we're gathered during that time, during that millennial period we're talking about. So it's gonna definitely be with a large body of people.
Right.
So that's what example is given too. So it definitely can't be by yourself, because you're not going to be the only one that walk up out this thing.
Because it's really about uplifting everybody.
Everybody.
With you. Right.
Everybody. Even the ones that this don't pertain to, it's simply because they can cleave on to you. But you have to be a good example.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? See, when people base things on days and then you pointing your finger at somebody because they missed a day, you're looking at a person like this. Okay, so you telling this man to give up everything right now, and don't wait on and make that decision right now. But see, the Most High didn't tell you to make that decision right now.
It took some time.
It took a little time for a man to make that decision. But you see, as soon as a man find out about his Shabbat, you can't take your time no more.
It's almost time up. Your time almost up.
Because you woke up. And that's not the way that it goes. See, when let's say if a house was hungry, a whole house was hungry, and a mother was single, and she had to get home and it was the evening.
Right.
What is she supposed to do? Whip up a baby salad for them babies.
Oh, but them babies don't want no salad.
That's not gonna put them to sleep so you can listen to that good Shabbat lesson.
Facts.
They gonna need a hot and hearty meal.
Facts.
If man and earth know how to give good gifts, what do people think the Father can do?
Okay, facts.
You think he mad because you whipped up the nice brew stew during the winter, put them babies in the bed and caught that Shabbat lesson you needed to catch?
We definitely ain't mad about that.
Nobody's mad at that.
Facts.
Nobody's mad at that. Because that woman need that strength.
That's facts.
To get back up and do that same thing she just did right there every day.
Facts.
So you got to give enough, you know what I'm saying, even that stew that them babies ate,
Right.
it has to be sufficient. It has to be so sufficient to her too.
Facts.
What you giving, what the word giving.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, to them.
Facts.
Put them to night too.
Night.
Wake up and be ready to do the same thing in the morning and see what it's worth. See, because you know this, man, you take care of your who is orphans, you know what I'm saying, and you do your due.
Right.
Yeah, I ain't talking about no, you know what I'm saying, let some guy just lay up and don't take care of no responsibilities.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about, you know what I'm saying, long gone Freddie.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get mad at baby because she ain't dealing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, you do see a lot of people saying you can't cook on the Shabbat. So that's a good point, bro.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
man, it say kindle a fire. Do people know what it takes to kindle fire? So that's how, if you went outside, everything is in Yahuwah's perspective. It was made for you to see Mashiach in it, right?
Right.
It wasn't made for you, like you.
Right.
See you in it.
Right.
No.
You trying to be the man.
You trying to become that. This is what
Right.
you're trying to become. Okay.
Facts, huh?
So to kindle a whole fire, that's how long it takes to kindle Yahuwah's fire.
Facts.
If you know what it takes to kindle fire, you would know that that's a long process. You
takes
gotta
some
get
time.
down.
You know, the wood might be wet. You might have to let it dry.
So you have to do it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things to kindle his fire though. So if you do kindle his fire and get it burnt, you was meant to get burnt. So that's giving you a shadow picture of his long suffering.
He gave you some
his
time.
patience.
He gonna give you some time.
That's right.
Facts.
That's right, but don't kindle no fire now get burnt up. Okay. You are now at the brew spot with the Brewfessionals.
It's the Brewfessionals, baby.
Cut it out though, bro. Shouldn't be salt to the touch. Yeah. Woo. Ah man, people playing always something, man. Who agreeing what they saying, that forever plan. With the rule, with the grace, we just making jams. All the light in the room, make the wicked scram. Ah man, people playing always something, man. Who agreeing what you saying, that forever plan. With that rule, with the grace, we just making jams. All the light in the room, make the wicked scram. Good and brewing house tore it up. The other house is looking boarded up. Yahuwah gave us something grand though. They turned this house into a bando. Man, off his bunch of no-shows. Big clowns, bunch of bozos. If I'm green, I'm in gold mode. Rough road, couple potholes. Grandson of a real king. Reality, y'all would kill dreams. What's the dream to the actual? Research it, it's a factual. Building up with my young ox. Side by side with our arms locked. Strange kind, get a bus stop. Ask who it is like a door knock. Confident from a great stock. Yahuwah chose this a great spot. These nasty fans looking spaced out. These scriptures helping like a great spouse. We don't deal with the swine-hearted. Words of value for the kind-hearted. Except the truth seem to be the hardest. Your local pastor is a con artist. False prophet getting bombarded. These scripture missiles can't get guarded.
You are now at the brew spot with the Brewfessionals.
It's the Brewfessionals, baby.
And I'm your co-host, Mish Pot, burn 'em up, Mish.
Burn 'em up, Mish.
And I'm your co-host, Scripture. Woo! AKA Drip from above. All the steam to your hood.
All the steam to
All
your
the
home.
steam.
And it's your favorite out.
It's
Your favorite
Beloved dog.
That's the move.
It's your favorite out. We love it, dog.
Yeah.
Y'all already know what we brew. Y'all already know one place we brew. We take the brew everywhere we be. Everywhere we may land, everywhere we may fall, everywhere we may be.
What do we call it?
Playback sounds.
Hey!
Shout out to Big Bro Luz and
Shout out.
Big Bro Ill Doctor.
Shout out.
And y'all know I gotta give a big brew shout out to DJ Slash.
DJ
Slash.
Yeah, I mean, hey man,
Yo, Digi.
yeah man.
Digi.
We're gonna be a DJ in a minute or something, man. Okay now.
DJ Slash.
It went.
Oh, that just went off.
This.
This little light of mine.
Ooh.
off that www.mindcoachingforever.com. That new thing just dropped. Make sure you go get it from there. Make sure you go get it from there. That Mighty Linguistics.
Mighty Linguistos.
If you don't know the Mighty Lingo, just go dig in them scripts.
Oh.
Just go dig in them scripts.
Dig it out.
Script diggers.
Hey man, go dig in them scripts. You'll learn that lingo fast.
Fast.
Oh,
So we talking about the Shabbat and how people have put so much pressure on man
Right.
right.
about the Shabbat,
Facts.
right? The law's not, you can't do none of that. But that Sabbath, you better be here. But that sounds like pastor. Just trying to drag those people back into one building one time a week. But never drag them back in all week long, knowing that they struggling and they're gonna go through the persecution as Mashiach say we would. But it makes it easier with your brothers or your sisters.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? But when you have nobody with you,
Dang, Pastor.
it's easy to go back or resort back to the same thing.
Facts.
So the Shabbat, of course, it is about gathering with your brothers and sisters, of course.
Facts.
But you should already be used to a family unit before you got there.
Facts,
You know what I'm saying? Because all of us gonna be gathered, or that 144,000 gonna gather, but all of those gonna stand at one.
Facts.
And we're gonna be at one place. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna be designated in one spot, and we all gonna be gathered there in peace,
Facts.
in harmony. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're gonna be. But see, it still doesn't stop there. Still doesn't stop there. You know why? Because we have to go back and read what our ancestors did. Even though they was delivered from a bondage, a captivity, they still started to reject the Most High in the wilderness. You don't think that our heart's gonna be tested in the same manner? We gotta go back to the wilderness, and that's even a bigger test.
Facts.
That's a bigger test. And the reason why that's a bigger test because ones before you have failed that test. You know what I'm saying? And we now we got the blueprint in which we know how we should be and ready ourselves to get there, and we should not do the same things that our ancestors did in that wilderness.
We know it's gonna work.
That's right. We shouldn't question the power. If he got us there and got us out this situation, who else could have done it?
Facts.
Because we would have been done it.
Facts.
Facts.
So now this toiling that these 6 days that we see, that we shall work, we got to look at what was promised to Adam and how he would have to work from that off the ground.
Facts. I see.
See, at first it was given to him. And when it was given to him, he acted like a spoiled brat. He just kicked up, got fat.
Didn't know how to act.
Nah, didn't even want to manage it. Out there running people like he was the king already. So therefore, nah, bro, you got to get out here and manage things. You got to get in the field. See, when you're a shepherd, exactly like what we always talk about is the shepherd has to always dress in sheep's wool.
Facts.
So that he smells just like the sheep. So it's much easier for them to deal with.
Bullet.
You feel what I'm saying? See, if you're not in the midst of the sheep and you're not really going through what they're going through, you don't even know how to deal with them. You don't know the characteristics of the people. You don't know anything about the people.
You a sheep, but you got a Bentley or something.
See, nah.
Like, oh man.
You a shepherd with a Bentley.
A shepherd with a Bentley,
But you know the sheep move like this.
but the sheep got a Honda and it's broke down.
He moves like this.
Oh,
So he moves, but see, then he's gonna watch you. See, what we're looking at the characteristics of the sheep.
Facts.
If one sheep started to go this way, the other one's gonna follow.
Facts.
Okay, so what they try to do is veer that strongest one in a certain direction. Once he start going in that certain direction, all that will listen to him, all that will believe that rhetoric he comes up with, they're gonna follow him to whatever hole he's gonna lead them to.
Facts.
So when you say this man talking about, oh, you give $5,000 away and then now people in debt and they need that $5,000 back. Okay, they gave it to Yahuwah. Now Yahuwah don't need no money.
Facts.
Wouldn't that be an investment? They just stored that there?
That's a fact. So
That's
they
right.
should be able to come back and eat off.
That's
that
right.
fact.
Anytime you give a pastor some money, that's like storing it in the bank. That's good as like putting it in a SunTrust or something.
Facts.
Okay, so because they don't have no need for no money. That's what the scriptures say. That's why people say the law is done away with, because now the priest can take the money from the people for himself, like he's really doing something for them, because he throwing some water Yahuwah made.
Facts.
He probably got it out the sink in the restroom just before they got there.
Facts,
You know what I'm saying? The outfit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Probably, whew.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? The venue, whew.
Crazy.
Yeah, bro. These folks are getting that because people are paying $300-400 to come get some false false sense of salvation.
Salvation, protection,
False
and everything.
sense of
That's right.
Yeah.
If you drink this right here, the devil will stay away from you.
For $300.
Let me slap you with my coat.
Yeah.
But it ain't. But it is nothing but some great value olive oil inside.
Bullet.
Question for the live stream.
Question.
Why don't Christians do the Sabbath on the day that the Torah says?
Well, the difference between a Christian and one who lives by the Torah, one lives by Torah, that makes it his nationality. So this is dealing with his way of life. One way deal with a way of life, and one way deal with some way you adopted. See, they adopted the scriptures because they are good, but they have taken some out because it doesn't fit their agenda. See, they worship the sun. Okay, the S-U-N, not the S-O-N. See, that's what I'm saying. It's a difference. It's a play on words.
That's a beard tugger.
Yeah.
That's a beard
So when you start to look at anything else, Yahuwah called the sun something different. Okay, so we look at it from his perspective. Okay, so he pointed. So when man started to change the idea of what the sun really meant, that's why man started saying, "I serve on Sunday." So really, when you say I'm going to Sunday worship, you're just saying I'm going to church to worship the sun on this day. So all that they did is shorten the words up, gave you just this short sentence, and gave you this music to it.
Now you ready to pay?
Yeah. So on Sunday you choose to go worship on Sunday. Why did you choose that?
Cause my grandmama said so. Now I just laugh.
See, we saying Shabbat the day of rest. We saying that the Shabbat is the day of rest. The Most High just said this is the day of rest.
Facts, huh?
This is just a day of rest. He ain't up. Hey, the way that you esteem me is by being peaceful, not being in strife with your brother and sister.
Right.
Y'all definitely gotta be able to come together.
Facts.
And bring no confusion in the midst.
Facts.
So that's what he trying to keep. So these laws is to keep a lot of confusion down.
Bullet.
Got another question.
Bullets.
Bullet. We got another question.
Question. We got another question.
What kind of meal do you eat on the Sabbath?
All kosher. Just make sure it's kosher.
Yeah.
Like long as it's according to the dietary.
Keep it lawful.
You know,
Lawful eater.
there's no such thing as a bad vegetable or a bad herb. Cut it out. All that's good. Now, when you deal with meat, there are a few there are a few things that you cannot touch.
Okay.
Okay, so on a Shabbat or any day, you are not able to eat these. It's not because
It's any day now.
Any day.
but for just remember, 1,000 years you're not gonna be able to eat no sausage biscuit.
Ooh.
So if you don't get rid of that and you start to think about sausage biscuit,
Pork sausage.
know the Most High judge a man by his heart.
No swine sausage.
So if a man desires a sausage biscuit, he can't come in there desiring sausage biscuit. You know what's gonna make him do? Leave. He gonna go out there and he gonna go on his world search for one of those biscuits.
What about the crab legs?
Hey, but see,
What about the crab?
But no.
see, that's what's going on. See, anything outside of this. See, once this is over with, that certain diet that everybody thought they could have and say everybody like it. They had the Joe's Crab Shack, the juicy crab.
The juicy crab.
Oh, you can go get you a bag, all that stuff right there. Guess what?
A bag of
Oh,
spiders.
man.
Boy,
A bag of spiders.
that's not gonna exist there.
No more spiders.
So
in
all
corn.
these, so why not get used to what is gonna be served there?
Facts. I keep
Why not get used to what's gonna be served in the kingdom?
Facts.
That's what's gonna be served in the kingdom. So I'm ready to eat king. See, I'd rather eat kingdom dishes right now. I can't say I'm a king, but I eat like a peasant.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. So I'd rather eat king dishes now.
I don't know why
King
you want to eat
dishes
bugs
now.
anyway.
Right
You gonna eat a
now.
bug.
Do you know what it takes to catch a crab? But that is very dangerous. The
But-
Most High made sure it was dangerous. So anybody who wanted to eat a crab, he really wanted to eat a
Bullet.
crab.
I know. What's the show called? They call it the Deadliest Catch.
Boy, If he really wanted to eat anybody who wants to eat a crab or a shrimp, that boy really want to eat it.
Right. Because you could die trying to catch that boy.
You could die trying to eat those boys. Them boy going $1,000 a pound out this way, boy.
Hey, this is fast.
You can lose your life out them abominations. You were down at the brew spot with the Brewfessionals.